Hi, Entity Police Department. How may I help you?
Yes, I'd like to get the badge number of a particular officer.
And what officer would that be, sir?
Officer Sierra, the one that has the first initial of M.
Okay, and did you just want to make contact with him, or?
I just need his his badge number.
His badge number? Okay, give me one moment. Okay, sir, so his badge number is going to be 235.
Badge number 235?
Correct.
All right, and his first initial is M like Mary, right?
Yes, that'll be correct.
Okay, and what is your identifying number?
My badge number is going to be 297.
All right, thank you, Ms. 297.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Whenever I see Officer Sierra, he's always a very nice man. He's always friendly. He's always trying to say hello and ask me how I'm doing. And a lot of times I act like an asshole towards him. And I'm grouchy. And I'm not friendly, but he's still friendly back. And this last time I interacted with him the other day was a perfect example of that. And I'm sure he wonders why sometimes I act that way. And with this video, I intend to give some insight as to the method of my madness and to why I'm not in a good mood about a particular incident that he was involved in. Basically, because of this incident is one of the root causes as to why I have some issues, why I'm caught up in my feelings about him in particular, but about his whole organization in general, but especially with this particular incident, with him in particular. I can't blame this man of doing anything directly, but I do feel that there's something he should have done, or at least attempted to do, and I feel that he just stood back and watched a situation happen where he could have done more. And I know that he just puts it on his pants every day like anybody else, and he's only human. So, I mean, I'm not trying to crucify him, but I am trying to point something out. And I feel that on November 3rd, 2023, that he was part of a traffic stop that violated the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. And if he wasn't aware of that, at the very least, he should know at this point that he should have been aware of it, because this particular Supreme Court case was decided in 2015, several years ago. And it's the law of the land. And Sergeant Rosas, I believe, violated the Fourth Amendment based on the interpretation of the Fourth Amendment by the United States Supreme Court. And Officer Sierra was there, and he just stood there and allowed Sergeant Rosas, I believe, to violate the Fourth Amendment of 4 Hispanic men on November 3rd, 2023. And here's some insight as to what I'm trying to discuss with you guys here on this video. All right. Thanks for watching Horizon City News. I'll be back with you guys in a minute. No, I'm not. I'm sorry?
What haven't you been doing with?
Oh, on April 27th, one of your officers, he detained me without RAS.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So once again, you guys need to work on your search and seizure procedures.
Oh, well.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't think it was me, but...
Yeah, well, but you wear the same uniform.
So what's going on right here? You want to talk outside? Come on.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Oh, all right. What's the reason for my detainment?
Because they called in saying that someone's recording them.
Who's being recorded?
I believe the employees.
I didn't record anybody.
Yeah, there's videos on YouTube. You're recording all
I didn't record anybody today.
No, but I mean, we're gonna
Yeah, right. Days ago.
Yeah, but we're gonna do a restraining order.
I'm sorry?
We're gonna do a restraining order so you can.
Oh, I'm not allowed to shop here?
Do you have an ID on you?
Yes, I do.
Can I see your ID, please?
Am I under arrest?
You're being detained.
Right, but if I'm not under arrest, I don't have to give you my ID.
But I need to know who you are.
Obviously, you haven't studied Texas Penal Code 3802.
Sir, you want to take... Look, there's two ways we could do this. The easy way or the hard way. What way do you want to go?
I want to go the easy way, but the legal way.
I'm asking you for your ID.
You're demanding my ID.
Can you please provide me your ID? You have to identify yourself. If a police officer asks you to identify yourself, you have to identify yourself.
You have not been trained in the law, sir.
Okay, I'm asking for your ID.
Are you demanding or asking?
I'm demanding and asking. It's pretty much the same thing.
It's not pretty much the same thing.
Can
You
I see
already
your
know
ID?
who I am.
I don't know your date of birth and I don't know your address.
In this state, you do not have to provide ID.
Please. Don't make
Unless,
this as hard as it is, bro.
but unless you're under arrest, you don't have to provide
You're
ID.
being detained.
You do not know the law. I'm going to give you my ID because obviously you're about to arrest me, but this is not legal.
Okay.
All right. So you'll be receiving a complaint about this.
Your ID, please.
All right.
What is that?
I'm sorry?
What haven't you been doing with?
Oh, on April 27th, one of your officers, he detained me without RAS.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So once again, you guys need to work on your search and seizure procedures.
Oh, well.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't think it was me, but...
Yeah, well, but you wear the same uniform. Excuse me, Chief. Do you have a business card?
I got a sticker for you.
Oh.
You want a sticker?
Yeah, I'm not really into stickers. Just business card. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you got it. Take care.
Hey guys, this is Andre, Horizon City News. And as you can see, on December 19th, 2023, I briefly met with the Horizon City, Texas Police Department chief. And I had a very brief discussion with him about the November 2nd, 2023 traffic stop that Sergeant Rosas had, conducted with Officer Sierra. There's actually two Officer Sierras. He did it with one of the Officer Sierras, and then Officer Campbell had briefly stopped by as well during that stop. And during that traffic stop, Sergeant Rosas contacted the United States Border Patrol during the detention of the driver and 3 passengers, and he lengthened that traffic stop by a significant amount of time to wait for the United States Border Patrol and then for the United States Border Patrol to do whatever it is they did, which is, it appears to be some sort of, document check and just, interrogation about who these people were. Now this, as far as I'm concerned, this situation that happened on November 2nd, where Sergeant Rosas lengthened this detention, that creates many different topics to talk about, many different issues to discuss. One of the first issues I have is regards the documentation of the stop, which was a traffic citation. At the end of the day, that's all that the driver received, was just a traffic citation for, a broken taillight, a broken brake light. And on that citation, at least the copy I received, there was no written probable cause affidavit. Now, I don't know if in the state of Texas, somehow the lawyers and the judges have found a way to make it legal that no probable cause affidavit is required, but I know that when I got a pedestrian not crossing at the proper location, which a lot of people call jaywalking citation, I got one of those back in November of 2018 by the El Paso police, and I got the same explanation about that, which is also a Class C misdemeanor, just like having a broken brake light on a vehicle. I was told by the police department, that the El Paso police, that no probable cause affidavit would be given to me, and that there was none that was required. And I've always been concerned about that, because these Class C misdemeanors are handed out by these police officers, and it seems like they don't have to explain, in writing why they're giving them. They can just simply hand them out, and then, it's just like, they could hand it out, walk away, and not have to explain themselves. I just don't feel that's right. That falls in line with the Fourth Amendment and maybe even the Sixth Amendment when I really think about it. But yeah, that's one of my first issues. That and I could be wrong here, but there was no probable cause affidavit for this Class C misdemeanor, the broken brake light. And, I just feel like there should be an explanation as to why this individual was stopped. It should be written by the police officer. And then especially the fact that there was 3 passengers that were also detained, and that's not even mentioned on the citation at all. I made an open records request for all written records regarding this stop, and the only documents I received was the CAD report, which is the computer-aided dispatch report, and then the citation itself. And I don't remember seeing anywhere on those 2 documents that there was, or maybe the CAD report did have it. I'll have to double check, but I feel that it should be on the citation, or that there should be an additional piece of documentation attached to the citation, just mentioning that there was 3 passengers that were detained during this stop. So. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you got it. Take care.
And I know you're a busy man, but have you maybe had I'm sure you've heard about the November 2nd Sergeant Rosas interaction with the 4 men at the Murphy's Express near the Walmart? There's a traffic stop. There was, I believe it was lengthened more than is allowed by the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. I just want to make you aware of that.
Okay.
Is that Sergeant Rosas?
Do you remember the date?
Yes, sir. It's November 2nd.
November 2nd.
It was between 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. Officer Sierra, the tall one, and Officer Campbell came to back him up.
Okay.
Sergeant Rosas, he detained a motor vehicle which had 3 passengers and 1 driver, so 4 occupants. The stop was initially because of a broken stop lamp, so it was just like a brake light. And then once he did the initial stop, he then, I guess, I'm assuming, he stopped what he was doing regarding the normal traffic stop, and then he called the United States Border Patrol, because that is, I have proof of that on video, is that the United States Border Patrol showed up with a paddy wagon and a patrol vehicle. So it wasn't just a regular Border Patrol patrol vehicle. It was, in addition, they brought a paddy wagon as if they were ready to detain or arrest these passengers and the driver. And the reason I had concerns...
Rodriguez v. United States, 2015. On March 27, 2012, a canine officer from Valley, Nebraska, pulled over a vehicle on the highway at 12:06 a.m. for veering onto the shoulder. The officer requested identification from both the driver, Dennis Rodriguez, and the passenger, Scott Pullman. After running a records check on both individuals, the officer returned to the vehicle to issue a warning. After the warning, the canine officer asked the driver if he could walk his dog around the vehicle. Rodriguez refused, and the canine officer asked both men to step out of the vehicle. While walking the dog around the vehicle, the dog indicated that there were drugs in the car. A search of the vehicle produced a large bag of methamphetamine. The search took 7 to 8 minutes. Rodriguez was indicted in federal court. He moved to suppress the evidence on the grounds that the officers had no reasonable suspicion to prolong the stop and conduct a dog sniff. The case went all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. In a 5-4 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that the search was a violation of the Fourth Amendment. The court ruled that since the mission of the stop was completed with the issuance of a warning, it was unconstitutional to prolong the stop with a drug sniff. This made the dog sniff unrelated to the initial stop.
And there you have it, guys. Rodriguez versus the United States, 2015. That's the decision from the United States Supreme Court, and it's the law of the land. It's the interpretation of the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, and it was not upheld on November 2nd, 2023, by Sergeant Rosas or by Officer Sierra at the traffic stop of 4 Hispanic men at the gas station adjacent to the Horizon City, Texas Walmart. Instead of releasing the driver and the passengers to be on their way after the citation for the brake light was issued, Sergeant Rosas instead illegally, in my opinion, he illegally extended the stop beyond its scope, and he called the United States Border Patrol to conduct an illegal extended detention and interrogation and basically an immigration inspection, which was not legal according to Rodriguez versus the United States. Now, ironically, fast forward to today in the spring, summer of 2024, the state of Texas, with Governor Abbott, have now changed Texas law so that had Sergeant Rosas conducted that exact same traffic stop in early to mid 2024, Sergeant Rosas would have reasonable articulated suspicion to extend the traffic stop and call the U.S. Border Patrol, because now Texas law allows local peace officers to act as immigration enforcement if they suspect that the individuals they're contacting are possibly undocumented aliens in the United States. So this is a very ironic situation, because the law at the time in November of 2023 was that Sergeant Rosas did not have any reasonable articulate suspicion to extend the stop. But like I'm saying, if that exact same stop had hypothetically occurred just several months later in early to mid 2024, after the new Texas law took effect regarding immigration, then Sergeant Rosas and Officer Sierra would have legitimate, reasonable articulated suspicion to extend the traffic stop and call the United States Border Patrol for an immigration inspection. And they would even have, possibly, if those men were illegal, they would have probable cause to actually arrest the men, take them to jail under the new Texas law regarding illegal immigration. So I'm not even going to give my opinion on that. I know that's some emotionally charged stuff right there regarding immigration. I'm not even trying to get in that can of worms. All I'm trying to go over is the technical requirements of the Fourth Amendment as they're written in the world of 2023 and 2024. And I believe that in November of 2023, Officer Sierra could have done more to intervene in a situation where the Fourth Amendment was not being upheld. And that if he didn't know, if he was completely unaware that he was even violating the law, or that the law was being violated in front of him and he didn't even know it, then he should hopefully take this video as just, like an information session, just like I did with the chief of the Horizon State Texas Police Department back in December of 2023. And just like I made the chief aware of the situation, I'm now making Officer Sierra aware of this situation via this video. All right, guys. Thanks for watching Horizon State News. I'll be in touch. All my contact information is down below in the description box. Feel free to make comments. And if you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and share it with any of your friends or family or work colleagues or anybody else out there that you know. All right, guys. Thanks, and I hope everybody's having a good summer. I'll be in touch. Have a good day.